Okay, you don't say like,
You don't
honey,
let
you
no
in
other
trouble.
man stay up in the house.
Go dig up the random guy in the garage with his shirt off and his single dimple and throw him in there in the back bedroom. That is not what you do.
Okay.
And his dimples.
No alpha male.
And his
Okay.
dimples and his firefighter body.
Exactly. You don't do that.
And
And she had already told him how cute Josh was. Like, they discussed how Josh
She's like,
looked.
no need to lie about it.
Yep, can't lie. Like, he would pass anybody's test. So, any
Yeah,
smell test, he would
told
pass.
her
So, no.
The two of you could rack it up at a children's charity. I think
Yes.
she just said that to him.
Yes. Y'all
She's
would
like,
make
"Y'all
money
can rack up."
being the calendar guys. Yes. Exactly. Exactly.
But that was also a hint
know,
to me that
so
Tyler wasn't as serious about her as the book depicted, because no
Speak it,
alpha
Lisa.
male is going to allow another man to sleep in the same household as his woman. He already side-eyeing her for hiring the man and having him in the garage.
Okay, so I'm gonna poke in here and say, okay, wait a minute. So I'm gonna argue that she's so straightforward. That if you were dating that woman and she's so straightforward about everything, if she didn't want to be together, that's the woman you would expect would tell you. She'd be like, okay, I don't think I want to do this anymore.
All right.
I'm gonna. That's what I see.
Okay. Well, there's a reason why we have book chat on
and
Sunday, because sometimes we have to take you to church.
Panel, so now we know.
Get to church, Michelle. Getting ready to take you to church. That's why we have book club on Sunday. Okay. So this is why.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Lord, the single girl's about to get.
I don't care how direct a woman is. I don't care how you think she putting it down. When she call you, when your woman call you, fellas, this for you. When she call you and say, my man friend who been working in the garage without his shirt on, whittling wood for me, is getting ready to come in the house.
Whittling wood?
Yes. You caught that, right? He getting ready to come in the house. That spells trouble. Nobody, no man that I know my husband would not go for that. You like, not only know I'm getting off the job, I'm clocking out, I'm coming home right now.
Coming home. Exactly.
Yes.
That's
what would happen.
And what she needs. He ain't going to let no other man do something for his woman.
Nope. Not at all. Not without him having, if it's another man involved, trust me, your man will have positive control over that. He's like, I done call the priest from my church. He coming by with a delegation. They gonna do this. And they gonna film it. And then, and then they gonna send me the picture of the video.
Oh my God.
So I know everything okay. That's how that's gonna play out. Okay,
so now I'm gonna move on a little bit to her mother and the role that her mother plays in who she is, because and for our listeners, a little heads up that Kristen has been raised by a mother who's significantly older than the other mothers, and I can just imagine this 40-something-year-old woman at playgroup with these 20-something mothers around them, and her looking at them and saying, these ladies are not serious enough, and I need to raise my child differently. I could almost see this lady. So we have this mother who, when she shows up at the house for brunch, she's gray-haired. Her hair is pulled. I think her hair is pulled up in like a knot or something, and it's gray, and she's wearing like this very traditional suit. And we find out that the mother is like a judge or something. And she's very serious and very, like, she's the only person that Kristen cowers in front of. And I was curious, what do you think the role of Kristen's mother is in the person that she is? Because as much as she has refused to have anything much to do with this woman and the lifestyle this woman has chosen for her, I almost want to argue that Kristen's very much like her mother in the way that she handles the things around her. I'm just throwing that out there. Thoughts. Tell me, what you think?
Okay, this is Sierra.
Sierra sounds pained.
Yeah. So y'all were talking about trigger warnings earlier. I think this mama needs a trigger warning. Okay, this lady is a bit much to take, and I struggled with her because I am not good with people, regardless of who they are in your life. I am not good with people trying to break you down like this. And her mother very much, steps right and swings left at her daughter. She's always throwing jabs at her.
Steps
so
right
I really struggled. So I really struggled dealing with her mom. And I didn't think Kristen was so much like her mom because she's not cruel. She's direct. But I thought her mother was cruel. Yeah, and there's a difference. And I think that's why at the beginning, Michelle, when you were talking about whether you like Kristen or not, I kind of jumped in because women who are direct get labeled a lot of negative things. And being direct does not mean that you are mean or that you are cruel. And people, men and women, equate the two, and it is not true. So I did not feel like she was like her mom. I felt that she was actually a lot more compassionate than her mother because what she's trying to do with Josh is she's trying to keep him from being disappointed by being with a woman who cannot give him what he ultimately says he wants, which is children. And this is something she learned through conversation because they're friends. They were friends first before they became lovers. And so I think she's acting out of friendship and out of true, out of love for him. And you don't see that with her mother. Even later in the story, like her mom, isn't exactly warm and fuzzy with them. It's better, the relationship, but, there's definitely room for improvement.
Absolutely. I agree, Sierra. The mother in this scenario, I think, you're a product of your household when you're growing up. And you either choose to be like that person or you choose to rebel and be opposite. And I think Kristen was opposite of what her mother did. Her mother was cruel and mean and the B word, pretty much.
Yeah.
To everybody around.
Yeah,
and
she was
Kristen
rough.
Was totally opposite. She was very compassionate. She cared about her friends. She would do anything for her friends. She, more so, even later in the book, you find out she was sick, made herself sick because she was so concerned with her friend and making sure her friend was okay. She didn't care about what happened to her. So she was absolutely compassionate, and that's what endeared me to her and why I liked her so much.
Right.
She was irritating because she refused to communicate, but she was a likable character.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know we don't have a lot of time per se left. I'm curious about what your, the points in the book that really stood out for you in this relationship. I'll cheat and go first and say that, one, the image of him washing Stuntman Mike and holding Stuntman Mike in the towel when Stuntman Mike walks his soda.
That was so cute.
I love that. And that image, because that's the image that kept coming back to her, that kept, haunting her. The idea of him being so adorable with this dog, imagining the fact that he would be a great dad. I have to admit that one of my favorite moments that I hated her for, if you could have, a favorite moment that you hated character for, was after they had that day at his house. And it was a great day, and you could just feel the high of it. And then she doubted
He was
him.
so
and
happy.
I was oh my gosh, he was so happy. And then she ruined it. And then the other moment for me that where I loved her was the moment when she broke down at dinner, when she finally tells her friend what she's about to do, how she's going to handle her health issue. And she breaks down in tears. And I won't lie, that was the moment that I think that, as conflicted as I was, that was the moment where I could actually feel for this character the most, because it was her at her most vulnerable. And I'll just say, just for like rounding out my favorite moments, with no other context to it, when Sloane shows up at the Justice of the Peace, I swear, I cried. I cried. I will not lie to you. I like full on tearful crying, because that moment was gut-wrenchingly awesome for me. I will not lie. So there, I'm throwing those out there as my favorite moments. What were some of your favorite moments? I know we don't have a lot of time, but what were your favorite moments?
Well, for me, one of my favorite moments was at the brunch table where she and Josh were having brunch with the mother, and
oh my
he
Lord.
gave Mama the business. Oh, my goodness. He took up for her, and I was like, yes, Josh, that's what a man is supposed to do.
Yes.
And then he's like, let's go. You don't have to sit here and take this. I loved that point in the book, because Mama was standing there like, what? But deep down inside, you already know she was like, now that's a man.
Yeah.
I absolutely adored that. I love the fact, the scene where they were standing outside when she finally told him why she was rejecting him so much. And he just stood there like, what? That hurt my feelings. And I was like, don't leave. Give the man a moment. You just shocked him. He doesn't know what's going on. But she took off running again. So that, again, was like, stop running away from him. He's trying to love you. Let him process this.
Yeah. I had a lot of moments.
Those were my favorite too.
Yeah. There were a lot of moments
what are your
I
enjoyed.
Moments? I actually like that she told him that Stuntman Mike was a chick magnet, and that he took him out, picked up another woman, and actually went on a date. So I like that. And he's like, like, this little dog's a winner. So I like that about Stuntman Mike. Yeah, he's a hunting dog. He's great at finding women. So I love that about Stuntman Mike. I absolutely love and this is probably my own personal joke. But when she took him to that burrito taco stand in the middle of the hood, where he had to pay the person $2 to watch the car.
Watch the car.
Yes, on Skid Row. I was like, that would so be me. And I can see my husband like, how you found this place and you ain't never coming back. But but I love that scene, because that was just so him and her. Like, whereas Tyler was kind of the upper crust guy, you know, where he knows all the right runs and all the nice restaurants, and he's got the penthouse suite. Like that is so not her. And I see we are already out of time. And of course, her finding out the big news, that was one of my favorite scenes. Michelle, you got about 30 seconds to wrap up.
Well, I just want to say thank you guys. I want to thank you guys for taking part in today's book club meeting. I enjoyed this book primarily because I knew that there were so many issues in it that we could discuss, obviously. So thank you. Today was awesome. Great discussion with you ladies.
Yes, we had a great time. Thank you for everyone out there in podcast land that joined us on the line for The Friend Zone by Abby Jimenez. We'll be back with Book Club on August 16th, and we're reading Nana Malone's Big Ben for August. Yes. So if you like the podcast, please follow us on Blog Talk Radio, on Spreaker, on Spotify, YouTube. Like, we got some other sites, y'all. Y'all know we're growing, right? Castbox and iHeartRadio. Yeah. And we'll be back this Thursday with debut author Kristen Greer talking about how to have peace in your life. So thank you so much for joining us today. Until next time, be awesome, be amazing, be wow. Bye, ladies. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.